I'm going to go ahead and call the meeting to order. This is the City of Meridian Solid Waste Advisory Commission, a regular meeting for September 24th, 2025. It is now 7 minutes after 4, and we'll start off with roll call. Please identify if you're present or connected by video. Wade Ramsey.
Here.
Mark Nelson.
Here.
Andy Arriaga. Steve Corey, here. Randy Rabin. Here. Bethany Guijardo. Sanjay Desam.
Here, Mr. Chair.
Divya Dinesh. Amy Chuhajian.
Here.
Quorum, well, let's see, we'll move on to the ex officio members. Rochelle Klein. Quorum being present, we'll go ahead and move on into business. First item on the agenda is adoption of the draft agenda. Hopefully you've had a chance to look at it. Are there any comments or any suggestions on the agenda?
Mr. Chair, I'd move that we adopt the agenda as written.
It's been moved and seconded that the agenda be approved as drafted. Further comments or questions? Sensing the commission is ready for a vote, all those in favor of approving the agenda as drafted signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say no. The motion passes. Thank you. The next item on the agenda is the approval of the minutes from the August 27th regular meeting. Are there any comments or corrections to the draft minutes? Are there any motions in connection to the draft minutes? My apologies on that. I will silence my phone right now. It's been moved to adopt the agenda, adopt the minutes as written. Is there a second?
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the minutes as written. Are there further comments or corrections to the minutes? Sensing the commission is ready for a vote, all those in favor of approving the drafted minutes signify by saying aye. Any opposed, say no. The motion passes. Thank you. And I know that mention of how well they were drafted, we'll get back to our author, our good help for our commissions here. Next on the agenda is commission updates. And quickly, we are going to go ahead and have our youth commissioner stay with us for another year. Divya Dinesh will be serving a second term, and that's going to be a very pleasant addition. And also we have someone that is going to fill the vacant seat that we had. Wade Ramsey is joining us. Wade, can you give kind of a little bit of your background of yourself?
Sure. I've been a Meridian resident now for 8 years. My wife and I live in Northwest Meridian near the new Costco, 10-mile Chendon, that area. I'm a current 3-term HOA president for one of the neighborhoods there with about 600 homes. And so hopefully I bring a voice from that part of the world to us. And there you go.
Welcome. And with that, we'll go ahead and move into old business, continuing the conversation that we had on the art contest. Amy, do you have any updates?
Yes. Last time you asked me to bring a proposal to the meeting, and so I've prepared to do so. Sanjay also asked me to come up with a purpose or theme, so I think that'd be a good place to start. So sorry, I just put my notes on my phone because I'm a millennial. So the purpose of the event is really a community outreach. And Divya and I discussed having a theme around that community outreach, and that would be why recycling is meaningful to you. So whatever community member would want to create art, it would encapsulate why recycling was important to them on an individual level. And then from there, we talked about last time having community partners. I still think that is a very valid idea. We cannot, as a city of being part of the city of Meridian, have our money go to awards and prizes, but we can take donations to award people with those donations from the community. I also propose that anybody in Ada County can participate, but only Meridian folks will get direct communications. And I wanted that to be open because I know the MIAC folks who will have a big point of contact in here. The school district encapsulates way more than Meridian, and I want it to be inclusive. And I know there are some folks in the community that aren't just within the city limits of Meridian. And then we looked at submission categories, and those would be a change from last time. And those categories would be elementary, middle school, high school, and then one for the general community. Art submission rules, I think we would look at what we had before and kind of go off of that because there would be potentially size limits and weight limits. The other big part of this would be the timeline. Last time it seemed like the timeline was very short within like a couple of month period. So I think this time around, we would want to start maybe having communications and guidelines communicated starting next January and having the subcommittee work on all of those details between now and when we would release those guidelines and information and have people be able to sign up and start creating their art. And once they're ready to submit, then submit in a submission portal. And then they would have a pretty much a whole entire school year, whether you're in the community or a West Ada student, to be able to make your works and submit them instead of trying to do that during summer break. And just for clarification, a little bit on the art party is it is a staff-led event. And typically we would have a booth outside of City Hall and we would be able to showcase the art there and then be able to take questions from the public. So I think maybe creating posters that kind of talk about what we do for the community and how the community participates in SWAC and the importance around those things would be great. The rest, I think, are details to come and work on with the subcommittee between now and that January timeline when we come back from recess.
Thank you for that. So that'll be a good start of a conversation. Let me make sure I understand. So 4 categories: elementary, junior high, high school, and adult, right? Okay.
Yes.
And we may need to check, well, and I failed. September 13th was the Art in the Park event over it. I did not get over there. I don't know if anyone did, but would that be our location or would it be over here at City Hall?
I think Sayard.
It would be probably dependent on where the art staff would place you guys, but similar to what you had a few years ago. So somewhere downtown, if they're doing the same thing, I'm not sure, or it might be City Hall. Depends on how they're going to do it.
I think that's probably a good way to put it, that whatever Art Commission puts together for their event, we'll certainly follow whatever they direct
Yes.
us to do. So, okay. So are you ready for me to open it up to the body to go ahead and talk?
Let's go for it.
Okay. So members of the commission, do you have any comments or questions in regards to what's been presented so far?
I just had
There
a,
are no questions, but I do like what Amy has presented, so good.
And I had a question when you say staff. Who is staff versus when do we come into play? We're not considered, that's a separate kind of participation.
It's. Can you hear me now? It's the park staff, so it's they're the ones that put it on, and it's the art coordinator. She's the one that does all that. So basically, when you guys decide, hopefully in January, if you're gonna, or now if you want to do it, then I would go and reach out to her and say, you know, would you guys be able to participate and have a booth? Because she'll have to make room and coordinate all the booths from all the different organizations.
Okay, and then, and remind me a little bit, so it's a art contest, but who would be the judge of sorts?
That part isn't clear yet. I know Bethany said that there was an art collective or something like that in Boise that was interested in judging in the past. I believe the larger submissions had a subcommittee vote, and then for the small ones, there was a SWAC vote. So it was essentially this group of people judging.
I'm a used draftsman. I only can judge straight lines. So that's
So
why
everybody wins.
I was concerned that I might be asked to have an artistic eye. Thank you. I'm just curious, kind of, there's a lot to be discussed over the next couple of months.
Yes, there is.
Mr. Chairman, I have a question too, if that's okay.
Go ahead, Rochelle.
Oh, thank you. So then you said submissions will be like done via portal. So they just take photos and kind of give the history of it. And then, but to the actual art, like event, they would bring the art for the sidewalk presentation. Is that right? And then would it stay upstairs in the gallery for any period or just for that one event? What happens to it when it's done? They just take it home and they keep it? Okay. Yeah, thank you. I just was curious how, if we got to see it in real life or if it was just stayed in the portal. So, okay.
We did talk about last meeting whether we could like keep images of it to post for whatever purposes. I don't know if that we still would find value in that, but I don't think that needs to be a vote for today. I think we can still make that decision down the road.
Yeah, I would imagine that based on the submissions, we'll drive some of that. Hopefully, nothing too delicate or too big or too heavy, you know, just based on how it stay flexible, I guess.
The past requirements were 15 by 15 by 25 inches.
That's right. Thank you.
Additional comments or questions in regards to the presentation?
I have a question.
Yes.
Is there an incentive process? I know last year or last cycle, there were 2 submissions. Is that right? Is there an incentive process to get more people, especially students, young people? Any path to that?
So Divya is our MIAC person, so she's the Mayor Youth Advisory Council. And so she will be our talking point to get into the West Ada School District. And she will be the one in charge of spreading that to her age group. And then for us, we will be able to start communications out earlier since we are planning earlier than we did previously. But I know there is some channels that Sayard said that they had done for social media and those sorts of things, so.
But we don't have a path to a public or private company donating a prize or something like that.
Steve has been reaching out to people.
Got it.
Thank you. Yeah, the last time we didn't think that through, and it became rather clear we could not directly award for the event. So it was what it was. We got the couple of submissions. Okay. Learning at that point that some of our local companies had provided awards to the selected chalk art contests. We have pursued that model, and I did get interest in 3 of our local art supply companies here in Meridian. That was 2 years ago, so I'll have to go ahead and follow up on that. But I'm more than willing to take the responsibility to make that request if the body decides that they want to go ahead and greenlight this project.
Okay, thank you.
Additional comments or questions? Any motion in regards to this? This is identified as an action item, so say a motion to go ahead and commit to holding an art contest next year and having more details put together over the course of the next couple of months to finalize the details at the January meeting, or if needed, at the October meeting. But regardless, some kind of motion like that would be appropriate.
Mr. Commissioner, I'll move that we approve moving forward with the 2026 art contest as outlined, with details to be settled in January.
Mr. Chair, I would second that.
It's been moved and seconded to go ahead and move forward with a FY26 art contest. Just to check real quick, do we, either Bill or Sayre, do we need to go ahead and get approval from council to actually do this, or? Okay, so the motion is on the floor. Is there any debate on the motion? Any further comments or questions about the motion?
Mr. Chairman, just, I guess for clarification for
sure.
me, I probably was a bad listener, but just to be safe. So you could, once it opens, then you have like 3 months, or you have a long window to submit, right? There's not like everything, it's, you know, you have a 1-week period or something. So once details are submitted in January and the word goes out, then effective right after the word goes out, you have until April 15th or whenever that looks like. So you could submit anywhere in that arc of time, right?
Correct.
Okay. Oh, thank you.
Further questions, comments, or debate? Sensing the commission is ready for a vote. All those in favor of approving, moving forward on a calendar year 26 art contest, signify by saying aye.
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 Any opposed, say no. The motion passes. Thank you, and thank you for the work you've done and the work you're going to do. And as always, reach out, tell me what I need to do to go ahead and help. With that, we'll move on to the next item of old business, which was tours. And actually, well, I think, well, of local solid waste facilities, I think maybe what would be convenient for us, would it be possible, Rochelle, for you to be able to host us at the, on October 22nd and show us the Meridian Transfer Station?
Yes, we can do that. I'm going to say yes, because one of us can definitely accommodate the 22nd of October. So let me just make sure. What day of the week is that? Is that a Wednesday?
Yeah.
Yep. Um, Yep. I'll send that out right now. So it'd be like 4 o'clock time frame, same time, or would it be earlier in the day?
Does that work for you? I mean, I'm not sure when you actually cease operations. Maybe it's easier for us to walk around after operations cease.
To be honest, I'm going to ask Chase that question, or Gia, because I'm not sure if 4 o'clock is still a good time to see the transfer station. That would be perfect.
Okay,
So there still will be trash coming in, because that's the interesting part, is where people are bringing in trash and recyclables and things like that. So yep, 4 o'clock would be great. We could just meet in the front office right there off of Franklin. Just as you pull in right off of Franklin, there's an office and we can just start our tour there. We'd be happy to do that. So I'll send out a note right now. Can we start at 3:30? Is there interest in starting at 3:30 instead of 4? Okay, ish, Randy, does that work for you? Okay. Yes, okay, then 3:30 it is. I'll send an email out right now and we'll plan on that. Thank you.
So, Mr. Chair, that'd be this meeting, but on site at the transfer station.
yes. And again, unfortunately for Bill and Sarah, do we need to vote for that change of location or? Okay,
Just an acknowledgement from the commission is fine.
okay. One accommodation that I'd like to do, if it's appropriate, is I believe that legal would like to go ahead at some time and go ahead and give us a discussion about the new bylaws for the organization. Would you want us to go ahead and meet in a room at the transfer station for you to present that, or would it be better to hold off to January, or?
I'm manipulating two different sources here. 1 second, sir. Okay. No, I think once. No, that one's off. Oh man. Do I need to? Yeah, I need to turn this one on. All right. Okay. Because I'm not up there, I've got to figure out how to do this. Mr. Chair, yeah, I guess we'd like to get that done in October, if possible, because we do want to get all the commissions completed by the end of this year. And since we don't meet again, so we could do that meeting in October, then if we could use a room at the transfer station,
Absolutely. We
Okay.
can.
at least to have a brief meeting for that. So we probably do need to put, I will back up from before. I do think we need to put on the record that the next meeting, the commission will vote, the next meeting will be at this different location, same commission meeting, same day, same the time, but it's going to be a different location. I think we probably better put that clear on the record. But yeah, we could at least do that introduction of the bylaws and acknowledgement and approval from the commission for that at the next meeting.
Thank you, and that'll work out fine. Thank you, Rochelle. Just supply us a little room to meet there, and we'll take a roll and go ahead and approve the agenda, approve the minutes, and go ahead and have a presentation on the bylaws, and then have a field trip. And again, as we've discussed, it would start at 3:30. The information will come out as a normal meeting agenda, proposed draft agenda and such. Are there any questions or comments about that arrangement?
Mr. Chair, I'm not sure if the Meridian Transfer Station has access to like a room with for remote access.
Mr. Chairman and Commissioner Olson, yes, we do upstairs. Yes. We can, are you thinking about members that may not be able to be there for the actual meeting that?
Yeah,
Bill's
I'll,
talking
I'll,
about?
I'll be out of town for that meeting. So if I wanted to remote in so that I can take advantage of that part of the,
Yeah, we can set up as a Teams meeting and then set up a computer up there in the upstairs room for the few minutes of business, so that if you want to jump in and vote on things, we can do that for sure. And I
Great.
just sent out and like, save this date, save this space to our team. So that should be no problem.
all right, thank you.
Mr. Chairman,
Bill?
while I have everyone's attention, if you don't mind, I was going to do this at the stakeholder updates, but since we're talking about next month's meeting, Ally Brashears will be our deputy attorney at that meeting, and she'll be staffing this meeting subsequent to that. So she'll be here for that meeting. She's online today. She's watching this on our regular Zoom meeting link, but she will be there for the next meeting. There she is.
Thank you. If there's no further comments on or questions about that, then it'd be appropriate if I could get someone to make a motion to go ahead and alter the meeting next month to have it starting at the Meridian Transfer Station at 3:30. That would be appropriate at this time.
I second that motion.
Further comment on the motion? So we'll go ahead and vote on the October regular meeting would start at 3:30 and it would be over at the Meridian Transfer Station. All those in favor of the changes signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say no. The motion passes. Thank you. And with that, we'll move into new business and become aware of a new opportunity occurring in the Treasure Valley and wanted to make sure that the body was aware of it. Who's going to, well, I don't know, Peter and Vincent Gilbert, if you want to come on up here to the podium. Yeah. And go ahead and state into the microphone. I think there's probably a push button to go ahead and indicate a green light.
Test. Okay. Test.
Okay. Go ahead and state your name for the record.
I'm Vincent Gilbert. Peter Gilbert.
And go ahead and
We are father and son. And if you want me to just start right off the gate, I can. First of all, I'd like to thank the SWAC commissioners and commission for letting us speak today. You're the first government body that, we're going to be talking to all of them, but you're the first one, and so thank you for that opportunity. I'm going to give you a little background on who we are and what we do. We started a company in Portland, Oregon in 1986, and it's called a dry waste MRF. That means we don't take, at that facility, we don't take any food waste or hazardous waste. No, which creates no vectors, no rats, no birds, nothing like that. But in about 2014, we started recycling mattresses and box springs as a division. During that time, we would take the box springs apart with machetes, wearing leathers and chain gloves. And I mean, took 15 minutes per unit to take that box spring off of the wood. That was unacceptable. And I'm going to fast forward to our newest generation of what we call the bear claw. And you'll be all receiving a link to watch the bear claw working. But our newest rendition of the bear claw, we have a US patent on it, and it separates the box spring from the wood, the metal from the wood in 20 seconds now, which was a tremendous savings in labor. So fast forward, I'm going to try and make this as short as possible. So fast forward again, between 2018 and the end of 2024, we were recycling anywhere from 500 units to 1,000 units a day. And then the state of Oregon, through the DEQ, came up with a program where they wanted as many box springs and mattresses recycled as they possibly could. So they went out for bid, and I would have to say we're the father and son of mattress recycling. So being in the position we were in, we won the contract. And so now, to date, just for September, as of yesterday, we're over 7,000 units for the month. So it's a significant diversion from landfills. And I'd like, we have, I think we have a landfill representative here, at least a transfer representative, but they'll tell you they hate mattresses and box springs in the landfills. They're bad for landfills. And we recycle them 100%. So not only is it good for landfills, but it's great for resources and recovery of resources. So you have anything more to say about that?
Our process is just intaking the mattress, removing the fabric and foam, and then processing the spring, mattress spring, separating, consolidating into recyclable materials, and shipping it out from market to sale. So
It's very, what we do is very efficient, and we
straightforward.
time everything. We have managers timing everything, and we weigh everything in and we weigh everything out, including the garbage. So we know exactly what everything weighs and what the count is, and we're very on it. And because the state, they're real nervous about people who say, oh, we're recycling, at least the state of Oregon, but they're real nervous about people who say, oh, we're recycling, then they'll just take them out to a field and burn them and take the metal, stuff like that. But anyways, we actually do recycle and we track everything very precisely. So let's fast forward again. So we moved to the Treasure Valley, all except for one of my kids who stayed home to work at the main facility. And we moved to the Treasure Valley and we love it here. And we bought a facility and are remodeling it right now to do this exact process. Oh, and by the way, we got another US patent and you folks might be interested in. We make concrete panels for paving and fixing roads out of recycled rock, cement, water, and mattress springs. And so we make 3 sizes: king, queen, and twins. And we patch driveways, patch roads, and they got a 5,000 PSI, and we got a patent on those too. And so that we're going to be making those also. We timed it from Meridian to our facility. It's about 15, 16 minutes. We can pick up, or like we have a bunch of anchor tenants like Mattress Firm, Sleep Country, Sleep Number, Macy's, Costco. We have a lot of people that are just waiting for us to open up. But I think the people that are really waiting for us to open up is the general public. They want somewhere to take to have their units recycled. I really feel that based on our experience in Oregon. And so we have the ability, we're moving in a lot of capital equipment, but we have the ability to put dry vans at certain businesses. Even if it's a small mattress business, we can accommodate them. So that's that. That's it. Any questions? Oh, one more thing. We're going to have a soft opening sometime in December and then a grand opening in February.
Members of the commission, do you have any questions about the information that's been presented?
Yeah, just be curious. I haven't thought about it for a long time. Is where are they going now? What mechanisms will have to change to redirect and get the word out? And
Well, I really don't know where they're going now here. I'm assuming because every time we go to the landfill, and at least the one off Hill Road, we see mattresses and box springs being thrown in the landfill.
I
So-
can tell you that I've done a lot of market research in the city, and I've spoken to all of the big companies around here: Costco, Mattress Firm, Denver Mattress, Leisure Mattress, which is a local company that produces mattresses and box springs. And every single one of them, I mean, when was the last time you bought a mattress? You think about where it goes straight to the landfill around here. And all of them told me the same thing. So that's what we're here for, is to reduce the amount of mattress and box springs, because they're 100% recyclable. There's no reason why we can't take care of them.
thank you.
But the way the way they do it well, before they started this government program in Oregon, we just went and collected them. But now with this government program, they do a, what's it called? A stewardship program or something like that, where each bed that's sold through any of the retailers, they charge, I believe it's $45 a unit. That goes to paying for us. So it goes through the state and then to us. But we used to do it where we just charged the money and went to us and we just collected it. So it all depends how involved the government wants to be and how, but they wanted to, the government in Oregon decided that they wanted to be involved in it. And so that's how it works there. But we also take non-program units. So non-program units would be ones like from Vancouver, Washington. They're not part of the program because they're not in Oregon. So like, for example, of that over 7,000 units that we've done this month, about 600 of those units are non-program units that came from Vancouver, Washington. So we handle those the way we used to handle them before the government program started. So we can operate either way, with the government involved or with the government not involved. It doesn't matter to us as long as we're diverting them and getting the materials sold, and being reused. So. And we have markets for all the materials. I thought somebody might ask, well, what are the markets? But if you want to know, we can tell you.
I want to know.
You want to know?
So a couple questions. One, so your facility looks like, if the map here is accurate, it looks like your facility is over closer to Garden City. Is that right?
It's in Garden City.
In Garden City, how large is it?
Go ahead, you answer that.
It's 7,500 square feet warehouse, and then we have a 1,200 square foot office.
And then about 2 blocks away, we have a half-acre equipment yard.
And how many employees?
I think when we're at full speed, it'll be about 20.
So in Portland, I think is where you said is your main facility, right?
Yeah.
And you're at 7,000 units this month so far?
Yeah, we'll do close to 9,000 this month.
Is it the same equipment that'll be here?
It's the same one?
The same equipment that'll be here that you're potentially putting in here?
Exactly the same. Exactly the same.
So if 9,000 is what you think you'll do out there with that equipment?
I'll be able to do
that
more here.
program, yeah, talk to me about that. What's your potential?
I will be able to do more here because we have unlimited operating hours here and we have limited operating hours in Portland.
So now chat about the markets, please.
Okay, so I don't want to give away all my secrets, but I will because it's not a secret, because we have to report to the state of Oregon. All you have to do is do a freedom of information, and you know exactly what we do. But the covers and the foam are made into carpet pad. The wood is made mainly into electricity or environment or wastewater treatment, mostly electricity. And the metal goes to be either into our concrete pavers, or see, the cheapest metal you can buy is rebar. And in all construction, they use rebar. Some of the strongest metal you can buy is bed springs, because a 300-pound man or woman gets on a bed, you want it to come back to normal before they come back. So they're not getting into a hammock, they're getting into the bed they got onto in the first place. So it's very strong metal. So consequently, our pavers, which we had tested at a concrete testing, we came out to average 5,000 PSI. And so they're very, very strong. And so we put, the rest of it would go probably to be made into rebar. So that's the 4 commodities. Let's see, there's cloth, foam, wood, and steel. Four commodities. It should be on that flyer. It might be, I can't remember. But anyhow.
Mr. Chairman. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I just curious, how does your flow of material come? Like, what kind of routes are picking up your mattresses? Is it like Costco's going to deliver them? And
it depends on the company. Like, for example, in Portland, more furniture Mattress Firm, they deliver their own because they have their own trucks and they have their own trailers. So when they have the ability to handle the logistics themselves. If it's a smaller place, then we'll leave a dry van on site, our dry van, and then we'll bring an empty and pick up their full one and leave an empty.
And
And then companies like junk haulers, they're charging households like $85 a unit to go pick it up and bring it. I don't know where they're taking it now, but so we'll be offering a similar service like that, where you pay for us to go get it and take it.
oh, just a follow up. So if someone
Or you can drop it off, or you personally can drop it off.
oh, thank you. And then as a follow up, so is there a charge per unit? Do you take them for free or
No,
do you
no,
charge
it's a
it per unit?
charge.
Do you,
Definitely a charge.
oh, okay. Oh, do you know what that is?
We're figuring that out right now,
Okay.
but it's gonna be depending on whether you want it picked up or not.
Okay.
Because the logistics is always an extra charge. But right now, if you were to drop them off, we're thinking it's $25 a unit to drop them off, but if it's a box spring and a mattress, it'll be like $40.
Okay, for a pair. Okay.
So, but that, I just got a report this morning on what to my markets for the commodities. And it seems to me that that's, depending on what the labor rate is in Idaho, which I think it's lower than Portland. I think we're pretty close right there.
$40 for a set and then 25
For
piece.
a single
And
unit.
that's delivered and then whatever it is to pick it up. Okay.
Yeah, whatever it is, pick up.
Thank you.
All right. It's not going to be too far from that ballpark. It's going to be right in there. I can hear you.
Won't pick up on the Zoom.
Hello? Thanks. I'm just guessing here, probably no, in Portland, not sure. Is there competition? Are you the only players?
The only
coming to this
players.
Area? Okay,
The only players. There's a guy down in Eugene that is doing, he remans them. But we're the only deconstruction company probably in Oregon.
nice. And planned for this area as well, correct?
I've
Yeah.
spoken to many people in this area, and every single person has told me they can't even believe what I'm talking about.
Nice.
Yeah.
Do you envision an area just for the Treasure Valley at start or expanding out to
I'd like to do the whole state.
the whole state of Idaho?
Yeah. And then Seattle.
To here? Okay.
Huh?
Okay,
No, scaling up the business model.
understood.
So we've already identified expansion areas of buildings. Because we really feel like we're going to provide a service and that is going to be very, very impressive, especially to
And
the
needed.
governments.
Right.
Especially to the governments, because everyone knows that conserving landfill space is a big deal.
Oh, yeah.
So anything anybody can do to conserve that for like a county or a jurisdiction, it's a big deal.
Have you spoken to or have any plans to speak to Ada County or Canyon?
Absolutely, but you're the first guys that showed interest, so your first one's in. So,
Cool.
we're going to talk to everybody. It's easier to talk to somebody once you're open.
Mhm.
And so what I'd like to propose is to have you folks, when we do our soft opening, come down and watch the soft opening. As I bring equipment over and buy it here, I'm buying a lot of equipment here, but as I bring other equipment over, the name of our box spring extractor is the Bear Claw, and you'll see a video of that. You're getting a link to that. So I already have a Bear Claw made. I'm already making another Bear Claw. And I got 2 Bear Claws at my Portland facility. So, but anyways, now I lost my train of thought,
Okay.
but anyways.
Well, I have a kind of a question for Steve or Rochelle or anybody, I guess, in the room is, so I'm not quite sure. So this seems like a super beneficial service. And you're right that, eliminating more, this kind of volume from the landfill seems to be the right thing to do, but I'm not quite sure what our role as a commission is. If this is a business that operates and contracts independently with box stores or individuals.
Well, you can influence the flow. For example, the transfer station, say that, you have to at least present it to these people first and find a solution before you accept it. Stuff like that. You can make your own rules for your own jurisdiction.
Each mattress and box spring takes up 1/4 of a cubic foot of space in landfill. So if you can divert that somewhere else, the big problem is when you go to compact it. I don't know if you've been to a landfill, but when you go to compact it, if it's
Springs.
rebounding from the springs, it takes up space, and space is a big commodity in a landfill.
Right.
And so that's our big thing, is we're trying to take it out of the
But
landfill.
to answer his question, you can make rules.
Correct.
Maybe you can say, work out a program that if your constituents do something, then they, I don't know, you can even do a subsidy for them to divert them to us. I don't know what you do to do it, but
Yeah, Bill.
Sure. Before we get too far down that path, so we can't, we're not going to do that. We can't divert or direct people to a private business. We
okay.
can make resources available, we can make information available, we can promote from the city or from the commission on the value that can be if someone wants to choose to
Sure.
do that.
Sure, something like that.
No, we're not.
I'm not asking that. I'm just
But you
trying to
want-
talk off my hip. I'm
Sure.
shooting from the hip. I'm just,
Well, that's why I'm interjecting, because you are.
yeah, I appreciate that a lot.
And the city and the commission isn't going to direct people or create rules to benefit one individual business. That's
But
not.
can I ask you a question?
Sure.
A hotline or something, or somebody calls the city and says, hey, I want to get rid of a mattress and a box spring. Could you say, well, we'll give you a list of facilities where you can take it? Can you do that?
The commission could certainly talk about what type of outreach they might suggest, or what
Okay,
the Public Works Department would want to promote
right.
in general to the public. We have some resources that we use through our vendor, through our franchisee, that we do certain types of things. But generally, otherwise, we do promote just what's available in the public, whether it's tires or metal or other things that maybe aren't taken by the franchisee. We do sometimes provide some general resources that are available in the community,
All right.
directed to one individual, or create rules that would then help benefit one group versus another. We wouldn't be doing that. So that's why I
Well,
interjected
if
before.
I-
I know you were
it all
talking
depends
about
on what your definition of benefit is. I mean, we in Oregon, we think it's a benefit to divert it away from the landfills and save the natural resources. If that's not the philosophy here, then that's fine. I can accept that. But-
That's not anything what I'm talking about. What I'm saying is we are simply not going to create through the city or the commission to benefit an individual business, which is what you were talking about. And that's why.
I just shot from the hip there.
I
mean,
understand that. If you let me finish
I get
talking,
what you're saying.
And if
If
I
I stop talking and let me finish talking, I would tell you, all we're trying to do is make sure we stay in the path of where we can be.
Okay,
That's all I'm
I'm
suggesting.
good with that.
Okay, that's all I'm suggesting.
And one of the functions that we've got at times is to go ahead and have tables out at various events. The public comes up to us and they ask us about, what can I do with this or that or the other thing? And that's really kind of the sole purpose of this meeting, was to become aware of this new
Yeah, created awareness is
activity
a big
within
deal.
me, so that if someone just comes up and asks, hey, I've got this, that, and the other, it's like, hey, we can save you a little bit of time. Take that, it's not like a recommendation or whatever else, but it gives us the information to know that there is someone that can go ahead and do this, So that is kind of the point, is to
That's
educate
all.
us that
That's all.
this opportunity exists in the valley.
Right. And we're also going to have salespeople out calling on various entities. We're not, I'm sorry you got the wrong idea, William. That isn't what I was trying to do. So anyways.
Anyway, members of the commission, additional comments or questions in regards to the material presented?
Yeah, I'd just like to follow up that I do appreciate all the information and absolutely, I'm glad people are looking into that and that you're here to educate us. And then I'm
That's it.
really curious over the next few.
That's a Peter question.
Yeah. What's your question?
There's no question. What I was just
sorry.
saying, I do appreciate being aware that this is,
That's our big purpose here, is just making everybody aware that we exist. All the companies that we're involved with, we're going to make a big impact in the Treasure Valley. And that's the most important thing to me and
I
to
do
our
appreciate-
company.
do appreciate that. I just
I
don't-
thought you had an internet question. He's our IT guy.
No, I'm just,
No, I got what he said.
I'm just following up with Mr. Nary's comments and that, yeah,
Okay.
it's good information and I'm looking forward to see how this kind of pans out over the next few months. But
And not to influence you at all, but we would like it because you talk to your citizens. We would like it if you came to our, one of our, either our grand opening or our soft opening, and you really kind of got your hands around what we're doing.
A December-ish
Yeah,
timeframe?
December-ish, yeah,
Okay, so well before our January meeting.
yeah, well before that.
So a couple of things along that line. The link to your video on the bear claw,
Yeah,
if you could provide that link to Sayard.
I sent it to her earlier. If I need to send it again, I have no problem with that. You got it.
Okay. Yeah, because I clicked on the Keystone version of that and also kind of had some.
I'll send it to her, no problem.
you can also go to ECR's website,
Uh-huh.
and it's www.ecrrecycling.com, and click on Bear Claw, and that same video's there.
Okay. And then second off, go ahead and provide the information about the soft opening and we can pass that around for people to be aware of it.
You got it. I appreciate everybody's time today. Thank you so much for
I
having
do
us.
too. Thank you.
Thank you.
Are we done?
Mhm. With that, we go ahead and move on to stakeholder updates. We'll start off with Republic Services. Rochelle.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. No real big monthly update today, except we're just moving forward with the Sawtooth landfill and would love to have you guys out once we get a little closer to opening, either probably early next year, but maybe when it warms up a little bit, or maybe late this fall if people are feeling like one tour during the holidays. So we'll keep you posted. Thanks.
Thank you. Next, Timber Creek Resources. Mike or Lisa? Okay, thank you. Okay, with that, we move on to the next meeting, which as mentioned, will be a little early, starting at 3:30, and we'll be out at the Meridian Transfer Station. As always, if there's subjects you become aware of in the community or that you're interested in, pass them to Sayard or myself. And when we put together the meeting minute, the meeting agendas, draft the agendas, we'll get them added, but always appreciate input on what's interesting to the commissioners. Is there any other items that need to be brought before the commission at this time? Very good. Then it is now 1 minute after 5, and I'm going to go ahead and call the meeting adjourned. And as always, we appreciate what you do for the city.
thank you, Stephen. Thank you, Stephen. Happy birthday.
That's right. You approved